Hey everybody, here we are again, and I think today is the day we're going to go into space. I have a few more things to prepare here on the surface and just a couple of other things I want to cover before we set off for adventure, but I'm pretty sure we have just about everything ready. So last episode we fueled up our rocket, right, 2 episodes ago we built our rocket, last episode we fueled it up. This episode we're going to get all of our space gear together and then head up to the moon and see what we see up there. First I want to talk about Thaumcraft a little bit more. So last time I was at a brick wall with the deconstruction table. As you can see, I'm not anymore, because I didn't know the research that one of the 3 aspects I needed to complete the research. I don't know what exactly happened, but something I did either last episode or in between then and now just kind of opened the floodgates for research. Like there were so many items I was scanning that just would not give me anything, and told me I was missing, I didn't have enough knowledge to understand them. But after last episode, I tried scanning everything in my chests again, and I got a huge amount of new aspects. So we got Fabrico, Instrumentum, that was a big one I was missing, Ira, Invidia, Lucrum, Luxuria, Machina, Panus, Meto, Perfodio, Superbia. Just look at all these. Tellum, Tutamen. Yeah, we didn't have any of those before. So yeah, that just opened the floodgates for new research. Now I noticed when I was reviewing last episode that when I scanned that tainted pig, it did say you've unlocked a clue to new research, so maybe that's what did it, or maybe it had to do with having learned all these recipes in here. Oh, speaking of which, I've learned a few more. So let's start with the deconstruction table, since that's the one we were looking at so much. Turns out it's not quite as amazing as I was hoping it would be. Seems it doesn't just take the specific aspects on an item and give you research points for each one of those. It breaks it down into the primal aspects, and apparently is lossy and slow. So I haven't actually tried it yet. Let's see if we can get something out of some cobblestone. Oh, I've been compressing my cobblestone here in preparation for making a deep dark portal. Still need to do this division sigil ritual to get that activated. We'll probably do that next time. And maybe also play with some blood magic. That'd be fun. Yeah, so those are on the near future to-do list. But today, a little bit of Thaumcraft and then space. So right, deconstruction table. Let's see what this does. So as that breaks down, what happens? I'm not getting anything yet. That has 1 Saxum and 1 Perditio. Saxum, I believe, is Terra Ordo? No, Terra Terra. Okay. So it's trying. Okay, that's very lossy. Let's put a whole stack in there. I would assume the research points maybe go into this slot. Is that, I can't put anything there. I don't know, that's strange. Alright, well let's just leave that to process that stack. I wanted to play this minigame on camera now that I sort of know what I'm doing with it, just to show you the process a little more. So this is, right, an equal trade wand focus. Oh, we didn't finish looking at our Thaumonomicon. So right, a few other things I learned. Node Preserver. That prevents you from drawing all of one aspect from a node, unless you hold shift. This lets me draw aspects. Draw vis faster, which isn't that great, but I guess it's kind of handy. We have a way to put a node in a jar, so I guess that's the new version of the crystal core. Apparently it can damage the node, but lets you pack it up and take it somewhere else. So that's how you move nodes around. What else did I do? Did a bunch of new wand research. I needed a better wand for some things, so I got the Greatwood Wand Core, and went for the copper wand cap, but learned that the gold one is actually better, so I did that instead. And I've built one, so we have a gold-banded Greatwood wand here. And it holds a good bit more vis. It's not full. I feel like I should have taken that to some nodes and filled it. Let's go actually try that just so we can sort of demonstrate the new no draining properties of it. It's not all that interesting. Oh, I figured out those wading boots we looked at last time were for wading through mud. They let you go through it at full speed. It's not for water. So now we know. And it makes sense. So if we ever have a situation where we'll be traveling through lots of mud, maybe there's like a very muddy biome, those could come in handy, but they seem pretty situational. Alright, so this is the node I always come to first. It has just like 2 or 3 aspects in it. Oh no, that's 4. Alright, so that'll drain these down to 1, but not any further. And it goes reasonably quickly. Alright, so that's all we're going to get out of those. We don't have any Ignis. We have a tiny bit, but I don't think we need it for anything. So it looks like it holds 50 vis for each aspect. Okay. So other things we have in here, we got this wand foci thing. So basically this lets you, it seems that the multiple wands of Thaumcraft 3 are gone and now are just contained in a single wand. So you craft a wand focus and bind it to your wand in some way, and then your wand could perform that function. Like if you bind a fire wand, it acts like the wand of fire. So we're researching the equal trade focus so that we can have this wand act as a wand of equal trade. And that will be very nice. And I actually have something specific I wanted to do with that right now. So I made a little bit of an error in building this building. Originally this mud brick that goes all the way up to the roof there was wood planks, and that just looked terrible. I didn't realize that at the time, but looking at it from outside, oh yeah, there's still some there. It just did not look right. I didn't have enough mud bricks to replace all of them. I got that far, but I figured that's the perfect use for a wand of equal trade, because it's a little bit annoying to get into that space and fix them all by hand. So that gives us an excuse to do this right now and see how it is. So for this minigame, now that I know a lot more about the aspects and just know a lot more aspects and know more about how they interrelate, I can play the game a little bit better. So since that's Terra and that's a primal aspect, I'm not going to start from there. It's much easier to go from complex to simple than to go from simple to complex. So I usually start with the non-primal ones. So let's start with Permutatio. So we'll look at Permutatio. It's composed of Modus and Aqua. Aqua is a primal, so I'd prefer to go for Modus. So then that'll get us to Aqua or Air. So I think, okay, so we're going to put Modus here and then Aqua or Air here. So how can we use that to connect to the rest of these aspects? I mean, sure, we could go around this way, but it's going to be most efficient if I can just do a shape like that. So Praecantatio is Potentia, Potentia is Ordo and Ignis. So what I realize in that case is I could do Modus, and then Air, and then, let's see, Praecantatio is right. So Potentia here, and Ignis here. And I have an opportunity to bridge these two, because I happen to know that Air and Ignis combine to make Lux, and now those are connected. So now we just have to go from Lux to Terra somehow. So do Terra and Air make anything? Or Terra and Ignis? I don't know that they do. Unfortunately, there isn't a good way to look that up, to look up what aspects can be made from a particular one. You can only go the other way, but we'll just skim through here for, what was it, Air and Terra? No, hang on, it was, yeah, Air and Ignis. No, Ignis and Terra, or Air and Terra. I could also just try those combinations in the table, but that would waste the aspects if they don't actually combine into anything. Air Ignis, we know that one. If this doesn't work, there are plenty of other options. Doesn't look like it. Okay. So Air and Modus combine to make Volatus. Modus. Okay, okay, so this is going to get a little bit more complicated. So Terra. Alright, so we need to come up with another plan here. We could also bridge from another one of these to... Well, no, that won't really help us. Alright, so since it doesn't matter much, which is more plentiful, air or Ignis? Oops. Ignis is, so we'll go with Ignis here. Now we just have to get from here to here somehow. So, what kind of things do I know? What does Terra combine with? We should be able to find a good candidate for that. So Terra Spiritus makes Cognito. Terra Granum makes Herba. Granum's Victus and Ordo. Let's see. Yeah, okay, this particular situation is a little bit trickier than stuff that I'm used to. We could go all the way back up to Modus, but I kind of don't want to. Although, hang on, remind me what Modus involves? Air and Aqua. Okay, okay. Here we go. Yeah, let's actually take this out. Replace that with air. Put Modus here. So now that's all connected all the way up to there. I think that ding means that didn't cost me a point, so that's nice. So Modus is air aqua. Wait, what was my plan here? How was that going to help me? Modus combined into something else. Itter. Yeah, okay. Only problem here is I'm kind of out of room. So, wait, no, this works, I think. Yeah, if we just put Itter right here, that did it. Okay, great. So yeah, going up the chain usually means I have to go around like that, and it's a little less efficient since you have to spend more aspects to do it. But anyway, we got that completed, so now we have the equal trade wand focus. How do you build it? 2 order shards, 2 entropy shards, 4 nether quartz, and a quicksilver, and a little bit of this. Do I have any quicksilver? I'll bet I don't. No. Alright, so I have to smelt a little bit of cinnabar for that. I usually prefer to get to use cinnabar for thermal expansion cinnabar, but that's fine. We need it for quicksilver this time, and that's what it's really supposed to be for. Alright, so that goes there. We needed shards and 4 nether quartz. I don't have very many order shards. I should be on the lookout for those. Alright, and wand goes here. This wand doesn't seem to go into this slot a lot of the time. Alright. Oh, before we do this, I have made myself some of this stuff. Apparently you can dye this like leather armor now. So we could choose a different color. I like the colors as they are, though, so I don't really feel the need to do that. It looks pretty snazzy. So yeah, that should cost us a little bit less since I'm wearing the appropriate gear. Alright, so we have that focus now. I'm going to change back. And let's see, if I do this and press F. Huh? Oh, okay, I see. I hold F. Oh, okay. Is there a way to unfocus that? I guess not. Okay, so that went into the... Wait, what? Huh. Alright, so I guess once the focus is in there, it stays until you replace it with another one. Alright, so this is the equal trade focus. Let's make sure it still works like I expect it to. Choose the block. Sneak right click. Yep. Left click on another block. Right click. Yep. Same stuff. Alright, so we have the mud on us. So all I should have to do is that. Okay, yeah, that showed up there. And... yeah! Oh, was that one short? No, it just didn't reach that far. Okay, great! So we have a wand of equal trade again. Very cool. And, you know, the rest of those are also familiar. So, you know, this would make a wand of fire, this would make a wand of excavation, wand of frost, wand of lightning. Oh. Ooh. We never actually tried the portable hole before. I'll have to get that together and give it a shot. And if I have a bunch of these, I might want a pouch for them. Okay. So I don't think I've done much else here. I noticed this is now available to me, which might be handy to get. Right, I got that so I can make the gear. We already had those. I don't think there's anything else I did here. No. Alright, so that's all the thom crafting we're going to be doing this episode. Let's go on to Galacticraft. So let's put away our magic stuff. And just go in there. I kind of want to take these to the moon to see if there are any nodes there. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take them along. I also have a... Right, okay, so I filled these two chests with the things we need. Hang on, let me put these planks away because we don't need them. So this chest should have everything in it that we need to build our oxygen gear. So let's go ahead and do that now, if I've gotten that all right. So let's start with the stuff you actually wear. So that's the oxygen mask. It goes here. All right. I have a bubble around my head now. We need the oxygen gear, which is what actually lets me breathe through the tanks I'll put on my back, which is another thing we'll have to build. All right, so we need the oxygen pipes, oxygen concentrator. Okay, so vent, steel and tin, then more steel and tin, tin canister, and then oxygen pipes, which are like that. Okay. That's iron, okay. All right, so there's that, and then here we go. So we put this on, and we need the oxygen tanks to actually store the stuff, and they are made like... Oh, have I done this wrong? I've done this wrong. I need another tin canister. Okay, here, oops. Here we go. No, not steel. Aluminum? Tin? Tin. Okay. I'm going with the medium oxygen tanks because I didn't want to spend the steel to make the heavy ones. And it seems like these last a pretty long time, regardless. Could have gone with the light ones, but medium seemed like a good compromise. We might upgrade to heavy if this turns out not to be enough. All right, so those will go on my back. We do have to fill them still. They're currently empty. We'll worry about that in a second. We need a parachute. Let's see. Parachute involves 3 canvas and 3 string. And I would like to dye mine purple. So we have a purple parachute. And this thing apparently lets you, what is this, a frequency module? Apparently lets you hear sounds in space, at least to some extent. So that sounds like an interesting thing. We'll try it without it. It'll probably just be silent. But I want that so I can hear some stuff. So repeater, wafer, 2 redstone, 2 iron, aluminum. That's tin. There's our iron. Alright, so that's all of our wearable stuff. Now I probably should have done the machinery first. The machinery is... all I think we need is oxygen collector and oxygen compressor. So oxygen collector involves another one of these concentrator things, which we've already built. Let's just do that now, so I don't have to be thinking about that as I build the rest of this stuff. Okay, I did need another tin canister. I don't know. I must have miscounted those. Okay, so oxygen fan, another wafer, redstone, and oops, steel plates. And we need yet another of these vent things. And what was the rest of it? steel. Oh, another tin canister. Oh man. Don't have enough tin canisters. Alright, it was like this, right? Oxygen collector, okay. So we're going to put this down somewhere where it can get power and also output to... not enough power. Okay, so if we do this, that should give it power. Good, it's active. Good. Alright, so that's storing up oxygen. And we also need to build the oxygen compressor to get it into our tanks. So another of these concentrators. I think I may have miscounted. I don't have enough tin. Okay, we need more compressed tin. So I built myself a unifier here. It's pretty cool. I found there's a little bit of an exploit with it, though. So I'd noticed that these things were showing up as crafting candidates for anywhere you would use a bronze ingot. So I figured they must be ore dictionaried to that, and indeed they are. If I do this, that just turns that into compressed bronze, which is saves me time and energy, and I don't want to do it because it's probably unintentional. So in fact, I already did this once to discover it. Let's just designate these two as bronze ingots, essentially, and we'll use them that way, just so we don't cheat by accident. So how much more tin do I need? So 3 aluminum, a bronze, 4 steel, 4 more steel. Okay, so do I have 9 compressed steel? No, I need 1 more. 6 tin, okay. So that should be, wait, okay, 3 aluminum and 1 more steel, that's right. Do I have any steel at all? How do I have no steel at all? Am I? Oh yeah, it's not there. Okay, so we'll have to make some more. And we can actually see the unifier properly in action now. Because this makes mechanism steel. Alright, so that in there. While that goes, we want this. No, that's a refiner. Yeah, I refined a whole bunch of fuel. So we'll have plenty of that to go around. So here's our mechanism steel. Just stick it in the unifier. And out comes the kind I want. So this thing is honestly much better than a Forge Lexicon. It's presumably automatable. I wonder about this. Is that for unifying liquids, maybe? I would assume so. Alright, anyway. So those are compressing. We have our steel, so we want to compress that too. And that should be everything we need, right? These extra oxygen pipes can go away. Okay. So that's one of these. And then like this. And then like this. This doesn't seem right. That's because it's not. There we go. Alright, so oxygen compressor. Oh, you need power. Okay, you need power and oxygen. So presumably I want to put you this. Here, let's do this. We'll get power from there, and we'll use those extra oxygen pipes to get it over there, since that's what they're for. Alright, so that is probably getting oxygen. Can't shift-click those. Oh, can't shift-click that either. Oh, cool. So each of these seems to have a battery slot, so I don't even need an energy storage module with me. I can just battery power all the things that I need. Wait, does this? Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. So we don't have to bring an energy storage module with us at all. I will anyway, just in case. Alright, so that's slowly filling up with air. And as soon as both of these are full, I think we're going to be ready to go. So in this chest, I've put all of the stuff that I want to take along with me. It's quite a lot of it. It's a whole inventory load full, pretty much. So I want an ender chest so I can put stuff in it and make sure it's safe. I also have my ender pouch here, but, you know, just in case that fills up or something. I have glowstone here because you can make glowstone torches. Coal torches do not work when there's no oxygen, or at least they don't do very much. So we need other sources of light. I want to try a couple of other things. These glow flowers put off light. I want to set up a flower farm specifically for these because I'd like to use a whole lot of them for lighting at my magic base, which I've not started building yet. I did link up another portal to it so I can get to it easily, but that's as far as I've gotten. Need to pick out a block palette and stuff. From what I know, I think glowstone kind of works, but doesn't work perfectly. I want to see if redstone lamps work better. And some building blocks so we can make a base. A clock so we can check the time, because, you know, the moon is on a different day-night cycle. Its days last a month. Or the cycle lasts 1 month. And saplings to grow trees. Water to make an infinite spring. Some head armor, because I don't think I'm going to want to be wearing this the whole time. Battery so we have power up there. A little bit of space food, just because. Fuel for the trip back. Stuff to put the fuel into the thing. And a safari net in case we find some sort of monster we want to take back with us. So I think that's pretty much it. So how's our oxygen doing? Oxygen tank full? Good. So we just want to fill this one up. If I put this on now, I assume I won't start using it since there's atmosphere where I am here, right? Okay, let me wait for this to fill up, and then we will launch our spaceship. Something I forgot to do is to check the deconstruction table. Looks like it has gotten us a research point. So that gives me that right there, and it's stopped. So once you get 1 point, it'll wait until you pick it up to get it back. So this thing seems like it's only if you're really, really desperate for research points. Because it's very slow, you can't automate it, it's only going to give you 1 research point at a time. And it destroys a lot of materials. So not the greatest item, but could help us out if we're in a bind. But I'll just try to use my aspects sparingly. Because I think I have a good bit of the primals now. 175 Perditio, 128 Terra, 94 Ordo, that one's a little bit short. 52 Aqua, that's very short. 72 Air, yeah, that's enough to last me for at least a little while. Anyway, so this should be full. It is. Okay, I think we're ready to go. So I don't, yeah, everything I have on me can come along. Actually, that won't do me any good. Let's put it away. Alright, so let's get our gear. And I think we are ready to take off. Sleeping here, I assume, wouldn't affect anything on the moon, but just in case... It's nighttime, isn't it? It's basically nighttime. Oh, there's monsters nearby. Alright, let's take out that skeleton, then I'll take a nap, then we will go to space. Where did he even come from? It was... I didn't hear him until it was broad daylight, so... Not really sure where he could have spawned and wandered under that tree. Actually, I should probably bring along my thermometer so I can scan things in space, just in case I get some new aspects from them. Not entirely sure how the cross-mod compatibility is between Thaumcraft and Galacticraft, but I have the room, just barely, so let's go ahead and bring it. Okay. Sleep. And here we go. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anything important. We'll find out when we get up there. Worst case, I put all my stuff in the under chest and under pouch, and then I die and come back. Alright, so space launch, WSAD, turn... Okay. Alright, so I can put stuff in there. Cool, I won't. I'll just keep it in my inventory. Here we go! 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1! Whee! I'm pretty sure the launch pad comes with me. So hopefully I didn't need to bring an extra one of those. Man, that thing takes off fast. Oh! I did not check for clouds above me. Wow, I didn't even think of that. That could have been a disaster. Oh, that's nifty. That's super cool. It's funny, you can still see the cloud blocks there. There they go. I'm not entirely sure what the point of steering this thing is, but it's a thing you can do. I won't do it. And we are in space. Okay, and yes, indeed, this confirms what I thought. You can't go to Mars with this kind of rocket. These stars look weird. Why are they drawn like that? They're all flattened, strangely. Alright, so I'd love to do this. I'll just sort of make a note of those materials. We'll do it later. Bring them along next time. Huh. Whoa. Wait, what? Oh, I see. Okay. Huh. Huh. Eh. This is a weird UI. It's not. It doesn't work very well. Overworld. Okay, and that text is way too small. Moon of Overworld. Anyway, we want to go to the moon. Habitable. No oxygen. Gravity 18%. Full of life. Habitable. Habitable. No oxygen. Interesting. All right. Here we go. I don't think I'm actually here yet. Oh dear. Well, Minecraft crashed. That's unfortunate. Be right back. Alright, it's an hour or two later. I just did a lot of troubleshooting and debugging. I think everything should work now, mostly. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, here we go, here we go. This is correct. Alright, so hold space. We're going to slow down our lander. Here comes the surface. Alright, I'll let it go a little bit. Slow it down as soon as I can see the surface. Yeah, I see it. Alright. So that's as slow as it goes. Okay. Oh man, and we are coming in at night. Well, this is going to be bad. This is going to be real bad. Okay. Well, just going to have to deal with it. So torches don't do much. Zombies are super zombies. I haven't even made my glowstone torches yet. Alright, let's kill this guy. Get ourselves a little bit safe. And I'll talk a bit more about what I did to fix the problem. Alright, first thing, build a quick shelter. Because I've seen just how bad things can get on the moon. I just want to be enclosed for the moment. Oh man, floaty jumps. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. Just wish I didn't have to debug so many problems with it. So I wanted to build a little base out of these, not quite this little. I want it to be slightly bigger. Oh hey, he dropped a potato. How about that? Okay, we're enclosed, can't see anything at all. Don't really have the inventory space for that. Okay, Ender Chest gives off a little bit of light, right? Yeah, a tiny bit. Okay, let's make ourselves... Let's first put a few things in here. I'm not going to worry about those right at the moment. I just want some armor. Alright, sure. Just dump stuff I'm not going to immediately use. Sure, let's make some glowstone torches. 1 stack should be enough for now. Now, as I understand, these should work... They kind of work. Why is it still so dark, though? Blacklight 11, you say. Okay, let's try one of these. Does this work any better? It's like when it's nighttime on the moon, it's dark even indoors. Yeah. Yeah, that just does not put out... Well, okay, it's a little more than the glowstone torch, but everything's all murky and dark. Okay. So it'd be nice if it weren't nighttime here. Yep, it's nighttime, all right. All right, so what I had to do... so we got a crash. I traced it back to extra bees, which appeared to be trying to generate a water hive in water that doesn't exist on the moon. I don't know if maybe it just crashes if it can't find water anywhere around, or what. That'd be weird, but seemed like... Oh, my spawn thing's not working here. Oh well, that's fine. Just put a bunch of these glowstone torches here. Yeah, I need a better light source. Let's try the glow flower. Right, so extra bees was giving me some trouble, so I tried a bunch of different stuff. Tried disabling extra bees, and then it crashed for a different reason. Basically, just the way my mod configuration is right now, it refused to generate moon terrain. That doesn't give off any more light. Can I pick this up again without shears? Yes. Alright, we'll just have to deal with the darkness, and it's just becoming nighttime, so... I think you might be able to sleep on the moon. I don't want to try it right now and risk my bed blowing up. One of the things we need to do... Here, let me just swap those since those are useless. One of the things we need to do is get our launch pad and rocket set up for the trip back. Do we have all of our stuff? Now, wait a minute. Wait. Hang on. This is quite strange, actually. Okay, well, let's go up here. This will be where we take off from. Yeah, I think we have all the stuff that's necessary. Okay, so that's there. That's there. Fuel loader is probably in the ender chest in here. Fuel loader. And we found out we didn't need that. We just need a battery to put in the fuel loader. Yeah, so basically the moon would not generate, so I created a new multi-MC world and added Galacticraft to it, set the configuration to the same one as we're using here, and just generated a whole bunch of chunks around here on the moon, then copied that dimension data over to my main save file. So that's not a good fix, because if I go farther out in any direction than 1024, it's going to start generating new terrain and it'll crash. So we have a little bit of room to explore, but not an infinite amount. So I'm gonna look a little bit more at that and figure out what I need to do to properly fix it. Okay, we're fueled back up. We can go on our return trip. Don't press space. And apparently there's a little bit of fuel left in the loader, the lander. So let's get that. I see you, big space zombie. They're larger. I think they hit harder. Get out of my house. It's my house. You're not allowed in it. Yeah, so there are other mod packs in AT Launcher that include both extra bees and Galacticraft, and they work fine. I checked their configurations and couldn't see what was significantly different about them. Anyway, it's a shame that's kind of soured our first venture into space, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. Okay, so if I pull this out, there we go. Oh, that was actually a whole bunch of fuel. Cool. So it used less than half a canister to get here. Neat. I think you can break this thing. Yeah, that's gone. All right, so despite it being nighttime, I think it might be worthwhile to do a little bit of exploration. Let's plant a couple of trees before we go, just in case we need wood here for some reason. And since we brought the things to do that. Now, trees in space, I believe, actually need water. Because if you just plant that there, it's going to die. But if I put water, I assume it hydrates like farmland. Oh, hang on. I wanted to make a spring before I did that. That tree's probably going to die. Yeah, I need a bigger area here. But I want to keep it safe. Okay, well let's just build a little bit more out in these directions, just so we can hide if things get bad. Alright, that should be fine. So that gives us enough room to make a spring here. So I'd like to have some sort of outpost in each dimension that I can visit. So I definitely want to build up a proper moon base here with, you know, oxygen and all the necessary stuff. But yeah, I haven't really planned that out yet, and that's not the one I want to focus on now. I just want to explore up here a little bit, maybe see if we can get some meteoric iron, so that we can build some of the more advanced stuff, and also possibly get our Tier 2 rocket going. Not that we need to hurry to Mars or anything, because I'd like to spend some time here on the moon before we do that. And definitely get some of this moon rock. It's pretty cool. I just wish I could see better. I should have brought a bed to try to sleep in it. So the clock does in fact work, and you can see how slowly it's going. How slowly it's going around. I presume you can tell what time it is on the moon by checking the phase of the moon from Earth. I didn't do that before I left, but it's probably a new moon now or so. Okay, so water. You're actually doing okay. I did not bring any bone meal, but maybe I can find a skeleton. All right, well, I'm going to put that there anyway, because I've seen trees die due to lack of water. Okay. So I think, yeah, there's a skeleton. Let's see if we can claim some bones, and let's eat some space food. Oh, hey, that was more filling than a carrot. I don't know exactly how much more filling. It didn't give me the canister back, so that's unfortunate. Oh well. Alright, let's put a little more stuff in the ender chest so our inventory is not so cluttered when we go out. What do I want to... I definitely want to keep that with me, because we'll want to make more of these, probably. There's dungeons up here. Fuel loader, yeah, that's a good place for that. A little bit of moon turf, I'm sure we'll get more. These are useless right now. Okay, that'll do fine. And, yeah, I'll keep the clock. Here, yes, skeleton. Give me your bone. I want to try and grow some trees. Where are you? Space skeletons dual wield their bows. I don't know how that works exactly, but it's what they do. Tree grow? Yes! Okay, so we grew a tree. Cool. Alright, so we have a tree in space. You can use the oxygen collector near those leaves and get some oxygen, so you can actually refill your tanks in space. Speaking of which, those are going down pretty quick. I don't have a whole lot of time here with just the medium ones. So let's go out. Evolved zombie, that's what that is. I'm going to capture one of these things in a safari net, just to see if they do anything interesting if I bring them back to the surface. Don't really want... Oh, hey! That did give me the canister back. It just fell on the ground. Huh. And you leave footprints, yep. Alright, so biomes moon, we're going east. East is a fine way to go. Sure, let's get a creeper. Okay, so we caught an evolved creeper. We're going to release that guy in the surface and see how he behaves. It's probably not worth trying to light up the surface. For one thing, I don't have that much glowstone, and for another, those hardly do anything at all. When it's daytime in the moon, things are much more peaceful. Oh, we forgot something important. There's awesome space music, and we definitely want to have it on. Alright, so I should be able to follow my footprints back. I'll leave a torch every once in a while, just in case I somehow get lost. So I'd like to find a meteor or a dungeon. Those are the two... Oh, hey! Speaking of which, fallen meteor. Alright, so that should give us some meteoric iron. You can silk touch them, which is not enormously useful. They have some interesting properties, but mostly I just want to mine them. I wonder if you can... Well, here, let's mine this and see what we get. Takes forever. Let me get a better look at it. Ow! Yeah, that's hot. Oh! Okay, that gave me a couple of them. Oh no, just one. Okay, so raw meteoric iron. I'm going to try fortuning the next one I see, just in case that happens to work. Let's continue this direction. So let's see. I know there are dungeons. I know there are villages up here with weird alien villagers in them that didn't do anything in the version of this I saw Good play. I don't know if they do anything now. Maybe they have trades. How's this bow work? Oh, I just remembered something that I researched in the Thaumonomicon. There's a bone bow, which apparently actually does pull back faster. That's one property that I wanted on this Bloodwood bow, but didn't get. I want to scan on these guys. Maybe not the Creeper. So yeah, I want to make one of those and see what it's like. They have special arrows too. I don't know how you choose which arrow you use. Maybe it's just the first in the inventory. I feel like this is going to make not the best footage since it's at night. Maybe I should not spend too much... Well, I can't spend too much time here since my air's already more than halfway gone. Yeah, so we'll go back and come back during the day. Okay, nothing can be learned from this. Alright. I'm going to assume that's the same for all those other monsters and not bother scanning them. So they move pretty fast. I need to stay on top of them. Where's my food? How's my armor holding out? Just fine. You have armor too. Oh, and skull crawlers still exist in space. Oh, those things are terrible. They always get a hit off on you because when you kill a zombie, you're going to be close to it, and they don't have their attack doesn't start on cooldown, so they just immediately hit you. Okay, I'm tired of getting these monster heads. I'm ready for this sword to break, so I can get a new one without decapitation on it. I guess they're moderately useful for stuff, but not much of anything. Alright, so let me just wander a little bit here and see if I see any changes in the landscape. I'm also surprised we haven't heard the music come on yet. It's nice. I'd like to hear it. So if I can't find a solution for my mod configuration problems, I guess we'll have to do the same pre-generation sort of thing when we go to Mars, and maybe even for the space station too. Which is okay, I suppose. Just gonna have to keep an eye on my coordinates and make sure they don't get too close to 1,000. We could go moon caving. Let's see if there's anything down here. Nothing but extremely dark darkness. Okay, so different kind of stone. This pick doesn't have any efficiency on it. Should have brought a better one. Alright, so I'd like to get at least a little of this to take back and potentially build some stuff with it. So that's dirt. Then up on the top layer is moon turf. Yeah. So moon turf is like grass, dirt is like dirt, stone is like stone. And if we keep going down, we'll just hit bedrock. So yeah, that wasn't much of a cave. So let's keep going. Which way did I come from? I came from that way, so let's go this way. Okay. Is that a dungeon crater? Nope, just a normal crater. Alright, let me see if I can find a dungeon crater. Okay. Skeletons are a major problem because they'll just juggle you in the air. There's no getting up to them. So let's just stay away from the skeletons. I'm going to go a different direction. So when I was generating this world, I came into it at 0-0, and coming here spawns a lander. And in creative mode, apparently you don't have control of that lander, so that one crash landed. Dug this big crater. That's why this is here. Oh, hey! Exposed some ore, though. Let's get some tin ore. It's a different kind of tin than you find on the surface. I don't know if there's anything different you can do with it, or if it behaves the same. We'll find out when you get back. Oh, there's some copper, maybe? Yeah, that's copper. Okay. Meteoric iron is the main thing I want here, because that's something you can't get anywhere else. And you need it for your Tier 2 rocket and some other interesting devices. But anyway, haven't found the dungeon crater I'm looking for yet, or a village, or any other landmark, really. Air is getting pretty low, so I'm kind of making a circle back toward where I landed, because we're going to have to leave pretty shortly. So heavy oxygen tanks are definitely going to be worth the investment. And also perhaps some way to generate oxygen up here. So Alright, so we learned a few things. Gonna explore just a little more, and then sort of head back toward home so I can get back before I suffocate. There's our music. Let's just enjoy it while we explore. Oh, this was a mistake. This was a mistake. I don't want to be down here. I don't want to be down here. Crap, 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 crap. Don't die. Okay, those are spawners. I need blocks on the bar, but I need to not die. Okay, quick, quick, quick. Those cobwebs are saving me. Don't break them. Oh, that was a close call. Okay, so that's a dungeon there. Make note of those coordinates. -304, 379. Okay. Alright, we're almost out of oxygen. It is time to go. Wish I hadn't pillared with that, because I'd like to have taken it back to the surface, but I can come back here later for more of this stuff. Alright, time to go before we run out of oxygen. So let's see, I'd like to put some sort of marker here. Yeah, make it at least a little bit more visible. Okay, so you can place 3 blocks as you jump. Alright, so from here, where is our way back? Looks like it's going to be that way. Alright, let's see if we can get back there and return safely. Skeletons are helping me fly, apparently. Stay away from me. We'll have to come back here in the daytime. Ah! Oxygen's almost out. I have just enough to get back. Yeah, I'm going to check the phase of the moon when I get back to the overworld and see if it is in fact a new moon or something like that. Alright, I think I see our place. And I need to figure out a light source that's not so weak at night here. I don't know why it is that way, because during the day, I'm pretty sure down in caves, lighting works properly. Oh, cool. Our other tree grew. So I don't know why it's like this at night, but I'll see if I can figure out a solution. Okay, so I didn't really leave anything here, right? Just those things. Everything else is in the ender chest. Here we go. Let's see if we can make it back to the overworld. All filled up and ready to go. Let's see, Earth is like right, well, I can't see it from here, but it's just about right on top of me, so yeah, must be a new moon. Whee! And that's right, we have an evolved creeper with us, so we can see what that guy does on the surface. I assume nothing all that interesting, but I just want to see. Bye, moon. I'll be back soon. Hopefully when it's lighter. Oh man, look at those oxygen tanks. Those are almost completely out. Woo! I'm probably going to start suffocating before I get into orbit here. Yep, there's the sun, way down there. So I should also look into... Oh! Yes, okay. Suffocating, but I'll survive. I should also look into ways to other methods of transportation. I would kind of like to continue using using rockets, even though they're expensive, just because I feel like it'd be cheating a little bit just to use something cheap. Whoa, whoa, let's go. Apparently I'd still take damage on that screen. Okay. We're parachuting down. Good. Sword in hand, apparently. That chest contains a rocket and other things, I believe. Can I steer this thing? Yeah, a little bit. Yep. Not very much, but a little bit. Okay. So we went to the moon. Oh, gravity feels really heavy here now. And managed to make it back safely. That chest is on top of a tree. I'm not doing that in the right place. Oh, man. Don't get out. Here comes the zombie army. Even without zombie awareness, they still swarm quite a bit. Okay, there's a rocket. There's a launch pad. Still a little bit of fuel left. That looks almost like more fuel than... How much did I put in there? I guess I put... Yeah, I put the full one in instead of the partially spent one. Alright, well, since my inventory is full, I'll loot that later. Yeah, that's... I better stop here. This is getting close to an hour. Alright, so... Okay, not quite a new moon, but it's fairly dark up there. Okay, so I'll mess with my configurations, see if I can figure out a way to get this to be stable and able to actually generate its own terrain. And we'll definitely be going back up there to the moon soonish. And I'll check the phase of the moon at night. Actually, we don't have to wait for night, because we can make one of these. Let's make one of those right now. I want to see what it's like. If I can get 4 green dye, that should be possible. I have moss here somewhere, right? Is it 1 each? 2 each. Okay, so that was 4 green dye, 4 nether quartz, and a redstone. Nether quartz. 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost out of those. So, what do you do with this? Okay. Same stuff as any other tin. It's just different looking tin. Alright. Redstone. And this will also come in handy for the bee breeds that are sensitive to the phase of the moon. I guess that's showing me right there. Okay. Okay. Interesting item. Alright. That didn't seem to quite match. Yeah, it's flipped horizontally. Oh well, we'll just keep that in mind. Anyway, so that was fun. Yeah, we'll do more of that later. But I'm going to wrap this up here. See you guys next time.